Welcome back to Henley Softball on MyBasin.com. Today, the Hornets host the Hidden Valley Mustangs. The Mustangs are 12-9, 6-1 in league, and the Hornets are 11-10, 4-0 in league. These two teams last played earlier this week. I'll step aside for a quick minute, and then I'll be right back with starting lineups and the first pitch for more Henley Softball on MyBasin.com.
Hi, I'm Jill with Klamath Falls Honda. If you live in Southern Oregon, you know the weather can keep you guessing. 1 minute it can be sunny, and the next, something like this. That's why vehicles like the Honda Ridgeline just make sense. With available all-wheel drive and the capability to handle whatever rolls in, you're ready for it. And customers like Rob are ready too.
Couldn't have picked a better day.
So whether it's sunshine or snow, stop by and say hi. We'll keep you safe on the road.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food.
For your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
The Klamath Basin is beautiful, from shimmering Klamath Lake to rich farmlands to the historic downtown. And with an average of over 300 days of sunshine every year, the Klamath Basin is a great place to be. We here at Basin Media Active have been supporting this community for many years, keeping it entertained and informed with friendly faces and familiar voices. You can stay up to date with the latest news, weather, stream live local sports, and check out our community calendar, all on our website, mybasin.com. And you can download our app for free in your app store right now. Basin Media Active, local community engaged.
Welcome back to the second game in this three-game series between the Hidden Valley Mustangs and the Henley Hornets. The Mustangs and the Hornets last played this Tuesday, where the Hornets had a 13-3 victory over the Mustangs in the seventh inning. A couple highlights from that game. Michaela Schroeder had 2 home runs, and the winning pitcher was Riley Hollingsworth. But for this game, let me introduce to you our Gary Sheen Country Financial starting lineups, the nation's #1 life insurance provider. Protect your family and assets today by calling 541-884-1700. All right, well, the Mustangs will be batting first. They are the away team, so we'll start with them. To lead them off, it's going to be the first baseman, #4, Evelyn Bagby. Then at shortstop, #1, Tawny Mendez. Then #00, the third baseman, Sam Lesher. #5, the catcher, Kaylin Thompson. #2, at left field, Lily Manderscheid. #11, at center field, Maddie Nabel. #3, the pitcher, Leah Mendez. #10, second baseman, Harley Hips. And #7, Kendra McDowell, their right fielder. Today in the circle for the Hornets is going to be #7, Gracie White. So Evelyn Bagby leading us off. Last game against the Hornets, she had 2 strikeouts, one in the first inning, one in the second inning. And then she hit a double in the 5th inning, and then she flew out to the shortstop in the 7th inning. It's pretty windy today. I mean, we've had good luck so far with the rain and the snow and everything like that. It's been the wind mostly this year for us. Today the skies are blue, a little bit of clouds, but nothing to worry about. Evelyn Bagby will step into the batter's box. go. Let me clear that out. Put the scoreboard up. Bagby lined up towards the back of the batter's box. She's crowding the plate just a little bit. For second pitch, strike one. Count now 1-1. There we go. We got a new scoreboard up today for the Hornets as well. Strike two. Like I said, last game, Bagby struck out twice. It took her a little while to get warmed up, but she eventually did hit a double. Bagby will show a bunt here. White winds up, throws a riser, throws a little bit too high. Count now 2-2. Strike three. And Gracie White starts off the game well. Strikeout. And the first out of the top of the first. Next up to the plate, number one, the shortstop, Tani Mendez. Mendez was not able to get on base last game. She grounded out once, flew out twice, and struck out once. First pitch is fouled off for strike one. Count now 0-1. White winds up, strike two. Great pitch, a little bit high and outside. Got Mendez to swing on that one. Count 0-2. Mendez will have to use a two-strike approach here as she'll foul that one off and stay alive here in this at-bat. The count stays 0-2. White in the other batter's box for ball one. Count 1-2. So today is the first game in a doubleheader. White, it's fouled off. Tani Mendez staying alive. Count stays 1-2, one out. Mendez lines up in a narrow stance. Her back foot on the inner line of the batter's box. She'll take a crack at that one. Hits it straight to Ollie Birch at shortstop, who throws it to first. And it's dropped. Luzignot not able to get that out there. That'll put a runner on first, and that'll bring up number 00, the third baseman, Sam Lesher. So an E3. Last game, Lesher flew out to right field, then flew out to shortstop, and then flew out to center field. She was seeing the ball well Tuesday. We've got a runner trying to steal, and a play between sisters. Belle Birch to Ollie Birch to get the tag and the second out. Great throw from behind the plate. 2 outs now, nobody on. Lesher still up to the plate. Count still 0-1. Second pitch of this at bat is ball one. Count now 1-1. Lesher pops it up to center field, and it's caught. Callie Grant ends the inning for the Hornets. I'll be right back as the Hornets come up to the plate, try to put some on the board. Back after this on mybasin.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food.
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes.
Monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Welcome back to Henley Softball on mybasin.com. Last inning, the Hornets allowed 0 runs, 0 hits. The runner that got on base was allowed on base from an error at first base. So the Hornets committed 1 error, and there were none left on base. Now for the Gary Sheen Country Financial starting lineups for the Henley Hornets, it's going to be number 2, Ollie Birch, the shortstop, leading us off. Then number 6, left field, Hayden Higgins. Number 7, the pitcher, Gracie White. Then number 10, at right field, Laylee Segura. Then number 18, at third base, Michaela Schroeder. Number 4, the catcher, Belle Birch. Then number 15, the second baseman, Jillian Vickery. Then number 8, the first baseman, Bailey Lusignant. And then rounding things off for us is going to be number 14, the center fielder, Callie Grant. Ollie Birch up to the plate right now for the Hornets. She led us off last game as well. She had a double in the first inning, walked in the second inning, got on base on an error in the fourth inning, then got out because she touched a ball that she bunted in the fifth inning, and then was walked in the seventh inning. First pitch, strike one. Count 0-1 for Ollie Birch. Leah Mendez pitched last game against the Hornets as well. I think she pitched the best out of the 2 pitchers that were played on Tuesday. She did as well as you can do against the Henley starting lineup. So what happened was they pitched her for the first 4 innings and then took her out and then put her in the last 2 innings, I think. Last inning. Strike 2. Count now 1-2. Got a timeout here. Behind the plate is going to be Thompson. Kaylin Thompson played really well on Tuesday, keeping things in front of her. Some good throws down the base paths to try and pick some runners off. She's been really solid so far. Count 1-2. Birch in a wide stance. Close to the plate, Mendez, an off-speed pitch. It's hit back up the middle, and Mendez is able to get the job done for the first out of this inning. So it's going to be a 1-3 ground out for Ollie Birch. That'll bring up number 6, the left fielder, Hayden Higgins. Hayden Higgins had 3 base hits on Tuesday. Went 3 for 5 at the plate. First pitch is fouled off for strike one. Count 0-1. Mendez, an off-speed pitch, gets away from her. Count now 1-1, 1 out. Higgins will set up in the batter's box away from the plate. Checks her swing, or thought about swinging. Instead, she'll watch strike two go by. Count now 1-2. The Mustangs have their corners pulled in. If I remember right, last game she was able to lay down a bunt and turn that into a base hit. This time she'll hit one softly up the middle. Mendez, 2 outs in a row. 2, 1, 3 ground outs for the Mustangs. 2 up, 2 down so far. That'll bring up number 7, the pitcher, Gracie White. White in an open stance. Watches ball 1 go by in the dirt. Count now 1-0, 2 outs. Good swing. She'll foul it off for strike 1. Count 1-1, 2 outs. A little bit of a difference playing on this field for the Mustangs. Playing on dirt is a little bit less predictable than the turf, although the Hornets do keep their field nice. Mendez pitches that one. White gets a hold of it, and it's gone. Home run for Gracie White. Gets the Hornets on the board. Hornets now lead 1-0 in the bottom of the first. Boy, she didn't have the launch angle, but she had the power. She basically a line drive right over the fence. Well, next up to bat is going to be number 10, the right fielder, Laylee Segura. Last game, Segura flew out to center field 3 times and had an RBI double and an RBI single. She's been able to get a hold of it. First pitch inside for strike 1. Count 0-1, 2 outs. Off-speed pitch for ball 1. Count 1-1, 2 outs. Good eye from Segura. Mustangs have their corners pulled in. Ball in the dirt for ball 2. Count 2-1. Hornets dugout telling her 2 in a row. Let's see if she can hit one over. She'll hit one well down the third base foul line. It's fair. It's a base hit for Laylee Segura. A single. Next up to the plate, speaking of home runs, is number 18, Michaela Schroeder. Last game, Michaela Schroeder had 2 home runs, a double, and a single. She was just a triple shy of hitting a cycle. So now I've got a runner on first. Schroeder swings at the first pitch she sees, up the middle. That's a base hit for Michaela Schroeder. So back-to-back singles for the Hornets. Next up to the plate is going to be number 4, the catcher, Belle Birch. Crowd telling her this is an excellent opportunity for some RBIs, and that is true. Birch had an RBI double in the second inning, her first time up to the plate last game. She has an opportunity to do the same here. If she can place one well. It is lower fence here. Better opportunity for a home run. First pitch goes by, ball 1. Two on, 2 outs. Count 1-0. Birch in the plate, Mendez in the circle. All right, ball 2, count out 2-0. Mendez taking her time in the circle. Rising ball for ball 3. Count now 3-0. 2 outs. Birch can afford to be a little bit picky, a little bit choosy here with the next pitch. And she'll hit one up the middle, just past the second baseman for an RBI. 2 RBI single for Belle Birch. She'll bring in Michaela Schroeder and Laylee Segura and put the Hornets up by 3. Next up to the plate is going to be number 15, the second baseman, Jillian Vickery. Last game, Jillian Vickery went 2 for 4 at the plate. She struck out in the second inning, then in the third inning had a single, had another single in the 5th inning, and then in the 6th inning, she grounded out to the pitcher. Vickery sets up towards the front of the batter's box. An open stance. She'll swing at the first pitch, and it falls. It does not fall. It's caught by Manderscheid, who ends the bottom of the first for the Mustangs. A great catch and great hustle. I'll be right back for more Henley softball on mybasin.com for the top of the second inning.
There's something special about this place. It's more than the quiet mornings and the open skies. It's more than the scenery. It's the people. Around here, people still wave when you pass by. They check in when something's wrong. They show up when it matters. At Sage Credit Union, we're proud to live and work in a region that believes in each other. A place where neighbors lend a hand, small businesses thrive, and generosity runs deep. We believe that being part of a community means giving back to it, not just with dollars, but with time, effort, and heart. That's why our employees earn paid volunteer time. That's why you'll see us at food drives, fundraisers, and the local fair. We show up for our community. This isn't just where we work. This is where we live, where we give, and where we grow. Right here, in the coffee shop, at the fundraiser, and in our local branch. At Sage Credit Union, we've found our people. We'll see you around town.
Welcome to the top of the second inning here on mybasin.com. The Hornets lead the Mustangs 3-0 after the Mustangs allowed 3 runs, 4 hits, had no errors, and 1 left on base last inning. Next up to the plate is going to be number 5, Kaylin Thompson. Thompson plays catcher for the Mustangs. Last game, she went 2 for 3 at the plate, had a single, flew out to center, and then had a double. First pitch, strike 1 right down the middle. Great pitch from Gracie White. Count now 0-1. The wind blowing from right to left, as you can see in the trees. Ooh. Ball fouled backwards for strike 2 of this at-bat. Count now 0-2. The wind picking up. You can hear it in my mic. I apologize for that. I don't have a way of sheltering. White pitches. It's popped up by Kaylin Thompson just over the second baseman's head. Poked it right into a hole in the defense. Great spot to find. And a single for Kaylin Thompson. Next up to the plate, number 2, the left fielder, Lily Manderscheid. Manderscheid had the inning-ending out last inning. Good hustle to stop a base hit. And Manderscheid shows a bunt. She'll foul it off for strike 1 of this at-bat. We'll have a timeout here. Manderscheid talking things over with Coach over there. Boy, the wind really picking up over here. Manderscheid sets up in the batter's box. She's dead center. A little bit of a narrow stance. White pitches that one just a little bit too high. Count now 1-1. Birch was able to look the runner back there at first. Earlier in the first inning, Birch was able to hawk a runner down there at second, so safe to say that the Mustangs respect her behind the plate. That pitch is going to be fouled back for strike 2. Count now 1-2. No outs. Runner on first. Manderscheid hits one softly to third. Schroeder gets her in time. Luzignant looks back, the runner on second. So runner on second, 1 out. Next up at the plate is going to be number 11, Maddie Nabel. (5-3) ground out. First out of the inning. Maddie Nabel in the batter's box right now for the Mustangs. Gracie White still in the circle for the Hornets. First pitch, strike 1. Count now 0-1, 1 out. Oh, nice off-speed pitch from White. Gets her to swing for strike 2. Count 0-2. You know, the weather really has been better in the Klamath Basin lately. I mean, at the beginning of the season, it's always cloudy, get some rain, get some snow, wind, it's cold. Swing for a strike 3. But now that we're towards the end of the season, we can be thankful that the sun has started to come out. Blue skies. Only thing to worry about is the wind, although if you're playing on the field, a little bit of wind might be helpful if you get some air into the ball. 2 outs. Next up to the plate, number 3, the pitcher, Leah Mendez. First pitch, ball 1. Count now 1-0, 2 outs. Mendez had a 2 RBI double in the second inning of last game. This time she'll hit one right back towards Gracie White. White with some great reflexes gets the ball, pitches it to Louise Knott for the 3rd out of the top of the 1st. Now the Hornets will come back up to the plate after a quick break. I'll be right back for more Henley softball on mybasin.com.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Welcome to the bottom of the second inning here on mybasin.com. Next up to the next 3 up to bat are going to be number 8, Bailey Louisinon, number 14, Callie Grant, and then back to the top of the lineup is going to be number 2, the shortstop, Ollie Birch. Mendez is still in the circle for the Mustangs. Last inning, the Hornets were able to go almost all the way through their lineup. They were 2 short. First pitch, ball 1. Count 1-0. Mendez fires. Louisinon hits that one over the fence, or over the Mustangs dugout, I should say. Count 1-1. Mendez, an off-speed pitch. Louisianon's able to sit back on it. She'll still foul it back for strike 2. Count now 1-2. signal. Strike 3, a swinging strikeout. That'll be the first out here at the bottom of the second inning. Next up to the plate, rounding out the lineup, is going to be number 14, the center fielder, Callie Grant. Grant in an open stance, watches ball 1 on the outside of the plate. Count 1-0, 1 out. Grant hits that one up, and it's caught by the first baseman, Bagby. So Evelyn Bagby gets the second out of the bottom of the second inning. That'll bring us back to the top of the lineup. Number 2, the shortstop, Ollie Birch. Nobody on, 2 outs. The Hornets still lead 3-0. Ollie Birch up to the plate. She'll watch ball 1 go by just a little bit too high. Count 1-0. The wind's still blowing from right to left, as you can see in the trees. Although it is starting to change directions a little bit. It's going from the infield to the outfield. If the hitters can get some air underneath it, could add a little bit of carry there. Pitch is going to be ball 2. Count 2-0. Boy, that new scoreboard sure does look good. Let's see. Pitch was strike 1. Count 2-1. 2 outs. Earlier, Birch hit one back towards Mendez in the first inning for an out. So ground out to the pitcher. It's going to be ball 3 there. Count 3-1, 2 outs. She's ahead in the count a little bit here. She'll hit one right back up towards Mendez. This time she has enough power to make it to first base. Same spot as last time for a single. So now the Hornets have 1 on. There's still 2 outs. That'll bring up number 6, that left fielder, Hayden Higgins. Off-speed pitch for strike 1. Froze her up there a little bit. Count 0-1. 2 outs. Ollie Birch still on first. Higgins gets a hold of the ball, and it's a ground rule double. All right, great hit from Hayden Higgins. A little bit of a 2-out rally going on for the Hornets. 2 runners in scoring position. Next up to the plate, number 7, the pitcher, Gracie White. So after a single from Ollie Birch, a ground rule double from Hayden Higgins, Gracie White is perfectly set up for some RBI here. She had a home run last time up to bat. First pitch, ball 1. White in a low open stance. She pokes one into the outfield. That'll do it. That brings in Ollie Birch and Hayden Higgins. And the Hornets advance their lead. 5-0 now they lead. Runner on first. 2 RBI single for Gracie White will bring up number 10, the right fielder, Laylee Segura. And we're going to have a courtesy runner in for Gracie White. It's going to be Riley Hollingsworth there at first base. Segura still up to the plate. Last inning, she had a single. That's all the Hornets need from her right now. If you look at those trees bending in the wind, give you a little bit of a clue to how strong the wind is right now. Mendez, off-speed pitch, inside and high for ball 1. Count 1-0. Good eye from Segura. Good pitch from Leah Mendez for strike 1. Count 1-1. She's pitched well so far today. The Hornets have just been on a roll. You know, it takes a game or two to warm up to a certain pitcher. Last game was their warm-up game, or was their game that they were starting to get a little bit familiar with Leah Mendez's pitching game. And today they've been seeing the ball really well, as Laylee Segura hits one right back up the middle. So that'll put another one on base. Segura on first and Hollingsworth on second now. Back-to-back singles for Laylee Segura. That'll bring up number 18, Michaela Schroeder. Schroeder had a single last inning, and as I keep saying, she hit 2 home runs last game. First pitch, rising ball. Ball 1. Count 1-0, 2 outs. Ooh. Kayla Schroeder fouls that one back. Count now 1-1. Mendez. Great pitch for strike 2. Count now 1-2, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Off-speed pitch gets fouled back into the stands, and a great catch by the officer in the stands. Count 1-2. Schroeder hits one hard in the gap between third base and shortstop. Rounding the bases is Riley Hollingsworth. She'll score. And an overthrow at third. Laylee Segura goes to third, and she'll get tagged out. Oh, man. I believe the run will still score. It should. It was not a force out at third. Well, I'll see you in the top of the third inning. We'll talk about it then. For more Henley softball at mybasin.com.
Come on in. Hey, I'm Jason with Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness, and Performance, and just a little bit about us. So we started in March of 2020, opened right before COVID hit. It's been a wild ride. So one of the things I'm super passionate about is this idea of being guides, or think about like a map and compass. If you think about our job as physical therapists is to take a person who's had an injury and help them kind of go from point A to point B. And everybody's journey is different. It's never a straight line. It's nice to have someone that's been there, that's walked that path before many times. And so we see it as our honor and privilege to be able to walk with patients through those little steps along the way of getting back to doing the things they love. So to get a hold of us at Elevate, you can call our number at 541-887-2030. Check out our website, elevateptfp.com. Or check us out on Instagram, shoot us a message.
Welcome back to Hornets softball on mybasin.com. Last inning, the Hornets scored 3 off of 5 hits. There was 1 left on base. Now we come back to the field here in the top of the third inning. Next up to the plate for the Mustangs is going to be number 10, the second baseman, Henley Hips. White, rising ball with high velocity there for ball 1. It was a little bit too high. Oops. Give me a minute to adjust my camera here. The wind is blowing against the backstop, and that's forcing my camera downwards. That adjustment should last me about 2 minutes if the wind keeps up. Let's see, count 2-1. Hips, swings, and a miss. Count 2-2, a great pitch from Gracie White. Last game, Henley Hips had a double in the second inning. Ball 3. Count runs full, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Hips pops one up into the gap between the infield and the outfield, and that's a single for Henley Hips. Next up to the plate, rounding out the lineup for the Hidden Valley Mustangs is going to be number 7, the right fielder, Kendra McDowell. So runner on first, no outs. McDowell in the batter's box, White still in the circle for the Hornets. McDowell shows bunt. She'll lay one down, and well executed. The Hornets, after a series of throws there, third base was going to be overthrown, but an excellent play by Hayden Higgins out there in left field, backed up Kayla Schroeder. She was able to catch the ball. That could have been a score right there. So heads up play from Hayden Higgins. Runners now on the corners. Also an excellent bunt from Kendra McDowell. I have to give her flowers there. Next up to the plate, back to the top of the lineup for the Mustangs is going to be number 4, the first baseman, Evelyn Bagby. And McDowell is going to try to steal second. Don't try to steal second on Belle Birch. It's going to be the first out of this inning. Got her by a mile there. I really like that sister-to-sister connection. Belle Birch behind the plate to Ollie Birch there at second base. Second time that's happened this game. Evelyn Bagby still at the plate. There's still a runner on third. Bagby's going to show bunt. Pull back. Gracie White fields the bunt. Throws to first to make the play. It's going to be the second out of this inning. Runner still on third. But just like that, there's 2 outs. Next up to the plate, number 1, the shortstop, Tani Mendez. First pitch, ball 1. Just a little bit too low. Mendez was able to check her swing there. Mendez sets up in the back of the batter's box. Gracie White this time pitches a little bit too high for ball 2. So a little bit low, a little bit too high. Let's see if we can get our Goldilocks pitch here. And she will. It's a play from second to first. That was Vickery who threw it to Luzinot for the last out of this inning. The run will not count. And we'll head into the bottom of the third. I'll be right back for more Henley softball on mybasin.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Earlier this inning, the Hornets allowed no runs. There was 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. She was left on third. She stayed at third pretty much the whole inning. I gotta fix my camera real quick. I'll be right back. Belle Birch at the plate for the Hornets. Let's see, she had a 2 RBI single the first inning. She also had the second out, the first out of last inning, where she picked off the runner there trying to steal second. And my camera continues to move. She'll wear that pitch. It seems like Belle Birch has really been a magnet for getting hit by a pitch this season. So, HBP for her. Next up to the plate, number 15, the second baseman, Jillian Vickery. Vickery in the left-handed box. She'll swing and, oh boy, a well-hit ball falls just foul for the first strike of this at-bat. Count now 0-1. No outs. Belle Birch still there at first. Last inning, Vickery flew out to left field. Vickery, good eye. Ball outside. Count now 1-1. Off-speed pitch, just a little bit too high and outside for ball 2. Count now 2-1, no outs. Well-placed pitch for strike 2. Froze her up there with off speed. Count 2-2, no outs. Birch still at first. Count even at 2-2. Mendez in the circle. Wild pitch for ball 3. The count runs full. No outs. Runner still on first. Strike 3 and a backwards K for Leah Mendez. That's going to be her second strikeout this game. That'll be the first out of this inning. Next up to the plate, Bailey Louisinan. Louisinan is playing first for the Hornets so far this game. She had a strikeout last inning. She'll watch ball 1 low. Louisinan hits one back up the other way, and she'll beat it out for a single. So now we've got runners on first and second. What could have been a double play. Infield fly? Not sure. I didn't see her get tagged. All right. I guess we'll have 2 outs this inning. Runner on first. Up to the plate now is number 14, Callie Grant. Grant watches ball 1 go by, count 1-0. She'll foul that one off behind her. Count now 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner on first. Ball 2 in the dirt, count out 2-1. Earlier, Callie Grant flew out to the pitcher. That was last inning. She'll watch ball 3 in the other batter's box. Count now 3-1, 2 outs. Runner on first for the Hornets. Ball 4, take your base. Runners now on first and second for the Hornets. The base on balls for Callie Grant. Next up to the plate, number 2, the shortstop, Ollie Birch. Birch grounded out to the pitcher in the first inning, and then last inning she had a single on the same spot, right back up the middle. Oh boy. All right, count 1-0. Birch thought about swinging. She'll watch strike 1 go by. Count 1-0. Is pushing my laptop screen down. Ollie Birch will watch ball 2 go by, count 2-1. 2 outs. Rising ball for ball 3. Count now 3-1, 2 outs. The Hornets still have runners on first and second. 3 balls, 1 strike. Ball 4 in the dirt. Bases now loaded. And 2 walks in a row for Leah Mendez. Next up to the plate, number 6, the left fielder, Hayden Higgins. And we'll have a meeting conference in the circle. Mustangs thinking things over here. In the first inning, the Hornets were 2 batters short of batting through the entire lineup. And in the second inning, they were also 2 batters shy of going through their entire lineup. Right now, so far, the Hornets have batted through 5. 6th batter is up to bat with Hayden Higgins. And there's only there's 2 outs, so. Hornets have been known have a 2-out rally, and with the bases loaded here, I can see why the Mustangs might want to think up of a game plan. Higgins grounded out to the pitcher in the first inning, but had a ground rule double in the second inning, which was last inning. She's up to the plate now. Mendez. Pitch low and outside for ball one. Higgins hits one up into the gap between third base and shortstop. Coming home is Callie Grant. And the Hornets score twice, making it 8-0. 2 RBI double for Hayden Higgins. Next up to the plate, number 7, the pitcher, Gracie White. So runners on second and third for the Hornets. White in the batter's box. She's going to line up towards the front of the batter's box in an open stance. So far this game, she's had a home run and a 2 RBI single. So she's been good off the bat and seeing the ball well out of the hand of Mendez. White swings and hits it straight to third base. That's Sam Lesher who gets the third out and saves the Mustangs from having a 10-0 deficit. I'll be right back for the top of the 4th inning for more Henley softball on mybasin.com.
Come on in. Hey, I'm Jason with Elevate Physical Therapy, Fitness, and Performance, and just a little bit about us. So we started in March of 2020, opened right before COVID hit. It's been a wild ride. So one of the things I'm super passionate about is this idea of being guides, and or think about like a map and compass. If you think about our job as physical therapists is to take a person who's had an injury and help them kind of go from point A to point B. And everybody's journey is different. It's never a straight line. It's nice to have someone that's been there, that's walked that path before many times. And so we see it as our like honor and privilege to be able to walk with patients through those little steps along the way of getting back to doing the things they love. So to get a hold of us at Elevate, you can call our number at 541-887-2030. Check out our website, elevateptfp.com. Or check us out on Instagram, shoot us a message.
Last inning, the Hornets scored 2 off of 2 hits. The Mustangs had no errors, and there was 1 runner left on base. And they were also 2 batters shy of batting through their entire lineup, which is true for the 3rd inning in a row. Next up to the plate for the Mustangs is going to be number 00, Sam Lesher. Lesher had the 3rd out, the inning ending out of the top or the bottom of the 3rd. Lesher flew out to center field her last time up to the plate way back in the 1st inning. White pitches one inside for strike 1, just catches the inner third of the plate. Count 0-1. Ball 1, just a little bit too high, had great velocity on it. Count 1-1 now. Strike 2. Count now 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes for the first batter of this inning. That's Sam Lesher. An off-speed pitch for ball 2. Count now 2-2. Pitch outside for ball 3, and the count will run full. Lesher hits one hard and high into left field, and it's gone. A home run for Sam Lesher. That'll put the Mustangs on the board, cutting the lead down to 7. It's 8-1 now. Next up to the plate, number 5, the catcher, Kaylin Thompson. Gonna talk things over there in the circle for the Hornets. It's okay to give up a home run. It's part of the game. I mean, the Hornets hit plenty themselves. It's going to be okay. Just talking things over. A little bit of a team morale boost. Thompson, the catcher, in the batter's box. She'll set up towards the back of the batter's box. Bit of an open stance there. Gracie White in the circle. Thompson hits one the other way. It's to the fence. Thompson going to second. She'll stay there. That's going to be a double for Kaylin Thompson. So it seems the Mustangs are starting to see the ball out of the hands of Gracie White. And a home run and then a double. Now there's a runner on second for the Mustangs. Next up to the plate, number 2, the left fielder, Lily Mandershot. Mandershot hits one up the middle. The wind is blowing us to the fence. The Hornets decide not to throw home, and the Mustangs score yet again. Cut the lead down to 6 now, 8-2. And Mandershot with the RBI double. We're going to have another timeout here. So the Mustangs playing well off the bat so far this inning, as Sam Lesher started things off with a home run. Kaylin Thompson then had a double, and then Lily Mandershot just had an RBI double. Mustangs showing us why they're the second in the league. They were the first until they played last night, until they played Tuesday, last game. Hornets were able to come out on top there, but hey, in a doubleheader, you never know. Wind really giving me trouble today. Next up to the plate is going to be number 11, center fielder Maddie Navel. White, first pitch is ball 1. The Hornets are yet to get an out still this inning. Naval in the back of the batter's box. He's got a low stance. Pitch high and inside for ball 2. Ball 3, just a little bit too low. Count now 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes, no outs. Runner on second for the Mustangs. Strike 1. Count now 3-1. Nabel thought she had a walk there. Gracie White battling back here in the box, or in the circle. Nabel hits one softly to Schroeder at third. Batter going to third. And a double play for the Hornets. Schroeder was able to throw her out at first, and then the runner went from second to third. Schroeder was back there to apply the tag. 2 outs for the Hornets this inning now, and the bases are cleared. Next up to the plate, number 3, Leah Mendez. Just like that, there's some light at the end of the tunnel for the Hornets this inning. Mendez looks at ball 1 go by. Ball 2, count now 2-0, 2 outs. Ball is fouled off for strike 1. Count now 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Nobody on. Mendez at the plate, White in the circle. Ooh, okay. Rising ball for ball 3. Looked pretty close to the zone to me. 3 balls, 1 strike. Mendez pops one up into the gap. Great spot to hit it to, and that'll be a single for Leah Mendez. Courtesy runner in for Mendez. It's going to be number 8. So that's Kimbria McDowell there at first. Up to the plate now for the Mustangs. number 10, Harley Hips. Hips had a single last inning. And last game, she had a double. Ball high. Great catching from Belle Birch. Count 1-0. Hips hits one over Higgins' head in left field. McDowell rounds third and goes home. That's 3 runs here for the Mustangs. The Hornets lead 8-3. Runner on second. A great hit by Harley Hips. An RBI double for her. Next up to the plate, number 7, Kendra McDowell. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Ball 1, a little bit too low. Good pitch from White. Got McDowell to swing for strike 1. Count 1-1, 2 outs. Harley Hips still out there on second base. White. High ball. Great catch from Belle Birch. Count 2-1, 2 outs. Strike 2. Count now 2-2, 2 outs. Runner on second base. Hornets still lead 8-3. McDowell taking her time here. White. Strike 3, a backwards K to end the inning. So White will get us out of this inning. The Hornets lead 8-3. I'll see you when the Hornets are back up to the plate. Back after this on mybasin.com.
So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been away forever. Wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face. I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place. And then I heard your voice. I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Welcome back to Hornet Softball here at Henley High School. the Hornets are hosting the Hidden Valley Mustangs in the second game of a series of 3. The first game in a doubleheader today. Last inning, the Hornets allowed 3 runs from the Mustangs off of 5 hits. They had no errors, and there was 1 runner left on base. Now up to bat, number 10, Laylee Segura. Segura so far is 2 for 2 at the plate with 2 singles. Let's see. Last game, she flew out to 8 3 times, had an RBI double, and she'll hit one to the fence in left center. She rounds first and has a double. Way to start things off here in the bottom of the 4th, Laylee Segura. Next up to the plate, number 18, Michaela Schroeder. So already a runner in scoring position for Schroeder. First pitch, ball in the dirt. Good catching from Thompson. She'll keep it in front of her, keep Segura at second base. Earlier this game, Michaela Schroeder had 2 singles so far in her 2 plate appearances. Count now 1-1 as she'll foul that pitch off behind her. The wind's still a little bit of a factor, but less so than before. Mendez in the circle for the Mustangs. She'll pitch that one in the dirt. It's to the side of Thompson, and before she can get to it, Segura is able to take third. So that'll make the count 2-1, or at least it should. Strike 2, count runs even, 2-2. Segura at third. Schroeder in the box. She hits one up and over third base head. Segura comes home to score for the Hornets. Hornets now lead 9-3 off of an RBI single from Michaela Schroeder. Next up to the plate, the catcher, number 4, Belle Birch. Earlier, Birch had a 2 RBI single, and it was hit by a pitch. First pitch of this at-bat is strike 1. Count 0-1. Bell sets up in the box close to the plate, takes a swing at that pitch, and Schroeder's out at second, but they were not able to turn 2, so it'll be the first out of this inning, and Birch is on first. That was Mendez who made the play. Tanya Mendez, not Leah Mendez. Leah Mendez is in the circle. Tanya Mendez is on shortstop. She was able to get the out. First pitch, ball 1. At the plate right now is number 15, Jillian Vickery. Vickery fouls off a bunt for strike one. Count now 1-1. 1 out. Runner on first. A swing for strike two. Count 1-2, 1 out, runner on first. The Hornets still lead 9-3 in the bottom of the fourth. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And swing for strike three. Liam Mendez is able to get it done for the second out of this inning. Next up to the plate, number 8, Bailey Luzina. The Hornets have also put in a courtesy runner for Bell Birch at first. It's Cozy Venegas out there. Luzino hits it to third base, and that's the third out of this inning. The Mustangs escape with only 1 run. We'll be right back for the top of the 5th inning for more Henley softball on mybasin.com.
What are the best words you can hear tonight?
Order ready for Susan?
And if you hear those words at Abby's, you know it's going to be a legendary meal. Your pizza is loaded with toppings to the edge, premium ingredients, and real cheese. Yeah, baby. Gather with friends, play some video games, and watch the big game on TV. That's made Abby's a legendary pizza tradition for generations. And when you're ready to hear those magic words,
Tom, your order's ready.
you know where to go. You're always welcome at Abby's.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Oregon, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Welcome back to Henley High School. We're now in the top of the 5th inning. Here between a match between the Hidden Valley Mustangs and the Henley Hornets. So far, the Hornets lead the Mustangs 9-3, with the Mustangs up to bat. Last inning, they were able to bat almost all the way through their lineup. They were 2 batters shy. But they'll start at the top of their lineup with number 4, the first baseman, Evelyn Bagby. Bagby crowding the plate a little bit. Strike 1. Bagby hits it back up the middle. Ollie Birch not able to field it. It's going to be a single for Evelyn Bagby. Next up to the plate, number 1, the shortstop, Tani Mendez. Mendez watches ball 1, good eye, just a little bit too low. Runner on first, No outs. Hornets lead 9-3. Mendez. Swing and a foul. Foul ball. Count 1-1 now. Bagby still out there on first. White, rising ball, and a great catch from Bell Birch. Birch looks Evelyn Bagby back to first. Bagby thought she was throwing. Gotta respect it, especially after the plays that Birch has been able to make today. Third pitch in the dirt. That'll be ball 3. Count 3-1. Wind's starting to pick up, and with it, a little bit of a chill as Tawny Mendez ropes one into left field. Higgins keeps it in front of her, but it's going to be a single for Tawny Mendez. Back-to-back singles for the Mustangs, and we're going to have a conference in the circle. Play ball. Runners on first and second. At the plate right now is number 00, Sam Lesher. Lesher plays third base for the Mustangs. Step out of the batter's box here. White pitches and ball 1. Count now 1-0. No outs. Ball 2. Count 2-0. Runners on first and second base. No outs. White still in the circle for the Hornets. Lesher at the plate. White, strike 1. Count 2-1 now. Oh boy, a cold wind starting to pick up here. Lesher pops one up into center field, and it's caught by Grant. Callie Grant makes the first out of the top of the 5th inning. Next up to the plate, number 5, the catcher, Kaylin Thompson. So runners still on first and second for the Mustangs. Kaylin Thompson at the plate. Thompson fouls that one off back behind her into the netting. Makes the count 0-1. Thompson hits one in the gap between Ollie Birch and Michaela Schroeder at shortstop and third. That'll bring in a run for the Mustangs. Score 9-4 now. That was Bagby who scored. Thompson with an RBI double. Next up to the plate, the left fielder, number 2, Lily Manderscheid. White, strike one. Great pitch, count 0-1, 1 out. Second pitch in the dirt for ball one. Count now 1-1. Runners still on second and third. Manderscheid at the plate. Strike two. Count now 1-2. Both teams hitting well today. It's been a fairly offensive game so far. I mean, the Hornets really got off to a good start, but the Mustangs have been clawing their way back. They scored 3 runs in the 4th inning, which was last inning, and in this inning they've scored once so far, but there are runners on second and third, only 1 out. Count stays 1-2, 1 out. Manderscheid pops one up, foul, just in front of the Henley dugout. She's staying alive here in this at-bat. Ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Earlier in this game, Manderscheid grounded out to third, and then she had an RBI double last inning. She'll foul one off, just foul of the first base foul line there. White winds up and almost hits her, and she will. Okay, so hit by pitch to load the bases. Still only 1 out. Next up to the plate is number 11, the center fielder, Maddie Nabel. Nabel struck out in the 2nd inning, and then last inning she grounded out to third. She'll pop one up, and it's caught by Jillian Vickery at second base. Vickery looks the base runner back at third. 2 outs now. Next up to the plate, number 3, Leah Mendez. Mendez pops one up, and 2 outs in a row for Jillian Vickery. That's right, she flew out to second. I'll be right back for the bottom of the 5th inning for more Henley softball on mybasin.com.
When your care feels complicated, you need someone who won't back away. At Heartfelt, they are known for taking on the cases others won't. Complex, high-risk, and deeply personal situations that deserve real attention. They specialize in minimally invasive procedures, helping you heal faster and get back to your life, your family, your work. And they are here for the long term, not just one visit. No referrals needed, just care that truly shows up for you. Visit heartfeltobgyn.com or call 541-205-6890. Heartfelt OBGYN. Expert care when it matters most.
Welcome to the bottom of the 5th inning here in the first game of this doubleheader at Henley High School. The Hornets lead 9-4 against the Hidden Valley Mustangs. Mustangs were able to score once last inning off of 3 hits. They had 3 hits. No errors were committed. And there were 2 left on base.
Can we change the beat?
Next 3 up to bat for the Hornets are going to be number 14, Callie Grant, Ollie Birch, number 2, and number 6, Hayden Higgins. Callie Grant flew out to first base in second inning, and then she was walked in the 3rd inning. Good eye for ball 1. Pitch was just a little bit too low. Oh boy, the wind. Count out 2-0. No outs. Ball 3, just a little bit too high. Count 3-0. Grant's got to look for her pitch. And a 4-pitch walk to start off the inning. Callie Grant will get on base. Next up to bat, back to the top of the lineup, number 2, the shortstop, Ollie Birch. Birch grounded out to the pitcher in the first inning, had a single in the second inning, and had a base on balls in the 3rd inning. First pitch, ball 1. Birch watches strike one go by. Count now 1-1. Ball 2. Too high. Count now 2-1. No outs. Grant is there on first. Birch fouls one off behind us for strike 2 of this at bat. Count now 2-2. Ball 3, count runs full, and Grant makes it to second. Three balls, 2 strikes, runner on second now for the Hornets. Mendez in the circle for the Mustangs. And that will be 2 batters walked in a row for Leah Mendez as Ollie Birch walks to first. Next up to bat, number 6, the left fielder, Hayden Higgins. Higgins grounded out to the pitcher in the first inning, then in the second inning had a ground rule double, and her last plate appearance was in the third inning when she had a 2 RBI double. She could do it again. She'll pull back her bunt for ball 1. Count now 1-0, no outs. Runners on first and second for the Hornets. Higgins at the plate. Ball 2 in the dirt. Count 2-0. Strike 1, right down the middle. 2-1 now. Ball is hit right back up the middle. A line drive over Mendez's head. And that will bring in Callie Grant. Grant slides into home, making it 10-4. Runners still on first and second. So an RBI single for Hayden Higgins. Next up to the plate, the pitcher, number 7, Gracie White. We're going to talk things over here on the mound, or in the circle. All right, let's play ball. White, towards the front of the batter's box this time. Looks at the first pitch in the dirt. Birch decides to take third, and she's got it. Higgins takes second. Now runners on second and third. 2 in scoring position for Gracie White. Count 1-0, no outs. White swings, hits it to second. The Mustangs are able to make the play at first, but that will bring in Ollie Birch to score, making it 11-4. Hayden Higgins at third. Up to the plate now is number 10, Laylee Segura. So far, Segura is 3 for 3 at the plate. She had a single in the first inning, a single in the second inning, and a double in the fourth inning. First pitch, ball 1. Count 1-0. Wow, a wild pitch. Gets past Thompson, over her head. Higgins decides to stay at third. Count 2-0. Mendez really taking her time in the circle. Segura in the batter's box. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Count 2-1. 1 out. Runner still on third. The Hornets need to score 3 more runs if they want to mercy rule the Mustangs this inning. They could walk it off. Mendez throws a pitch high. Segura hits one to shortstop. Tawny Mendez has to dive for it, lays out for it, throws it to first, but Segura is able to beat it out. So that's a single for Laylee Segura. And then the Hornets are also able to score Hayden Higgins, making it 12-4. Next up to the plate, number 18, Michaela Schroeder. The Hornets need 2 runs to walk it off. And Schroeder hits one hard and high into center field. She's already jogging. She knows it's gone. And Michaela Schroeder hits another home run against the Mustangs. That'll be her 3rd in 2 games. And that'll do it. 14-4, your ending score. The Hornets win it in the 5th inning. I'll be right back to wrap things up, and stick with us because this is only the first game of 2 in a doubleheader. I'll be right back for more Henley softball on mybasin.com.
There's something special about this place. It's more than the quiet mornings and the open skies. It's more than the scenery. It's the people. Around here, people still wave when you pass by. They check in when something's wrong. They show up when it matters. At Sage Credit Union, we're proud to live and work in a region that believes in each other, a place where neighbors lend a hand, small businesses thrive, and generosity runs deep. We believe that being part of a community means giving back to it, not just with dollars, but with time, effort, and heart. That's why our employees earn paid volunteer time. That's why you'll see us at food drives, fundraisers, and the local fair. We show up for our community. This isn't just where we work. This is where we live, where we give, and where we grow. Right here, in the coffee shop, at the fundraiser, and in our local branch. At Sage Credit Union, we've found our people. We'll see you around town.
Welcome back to Henley Softball on MyBasin.com. The Hornets win 14-4 off of a walk-off home run from Michaela Schroeder. Your winning pitcher today, Gracie White. Also another player I have to give credit to is Gracie White. Well, okay. Winning pitcher, she also hit a home run in the first inning. So there you have it. This is only the first game in a doubleheader. So I'll just step aside, put up the break board real quick, or the game intro, and I'll see you in around 20 minutes, I think is what the ump said, so stick around.
Therapist is to take a person who's had an injury and help them kind of go from point A to point B. And everybody's journey is different. It's never a straight line. It's nice to have someone that's been there, that's walked that path before many times. And so we see it as our honor and privilege to be able to walk with patients through those little steps along the way of getting back to doing the things they love. So to get a hold of us at Elevate, you can call our number at 541-887-2030. Check out our website, elevateptfp.com, or check us out on Instagram, shoot us a message.
Welcome back to Henley Softball on mybasin.com. I apologize, my stream got cut off. It was a little bit of an internet issue. We're back now here in the top of the first. The Hornets were able to score one. It was Ollie Birch who came in off of a sacrifice fly from Laylee Segura. Michaela Schroeder flew out to center to end the inning. Now at the top of the second, up to bat, number 2, the left fielder, Lily Mandershot. In the circle today for the Hornets is Lucignant. And she'll pitch one in the dirt. It'll get it by Birch. No one on base. We're all good. Count 1-0. Rising ball for ball 2. Count 2-0 now. Awfully close to the strike zone there. She's knocking around on the outside. That one high as well for ball 3. Count 3-0. Strike one, count now 3-1. Just on the inside third of the plate there. Froze Manderscheid up a little bit. Ball 4. She'll take her base. Base on balls for Manderscheid there. Next up to the plate, number 11, the first baseman, Maddie Nabel. Last game, Nabel was not able to get on base. She struck out, then she grounded out to third base, and then she flew out to second base. First pitch, strike one. Manderscheid on first. Nabel in the batter's box. Nabel hits one right back towards Lucignant, who throws first for the first out of this inning. Runner on second base now, one out. Next up to the plate, number 3, Leah Mendez. Last game, Mendez had one single and she was 1 for 3 at the plate. First pitch, ball 1. A swing and a miss for strike 1. Count 1-1, a great pitch from Lucignant. Strike 2. Count 1-2, 1 out. Mendez at the plate. Mendez pops one up, and it's caught by Jillian Vickery. 2 outs now here in the top of the second inning. Next up to the plate, number 10, Harley Hips. First pitch, ball 1. Count 1-0. Second pitch, ball 2. Just a little bit inside there. Good eye from Hips. Hips watches ball 3. Good catching from Belle Birch. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second still. Strike 1. Count now 3-1. She has to pitch another strike here. Or if she walks Hips, we'll be at the bottom of the lineup and we'll have a force out at every base except for home. Strike 2. Swing and a miss from Hips. Count runs full. Strike 3. Strikeout for losing no, and the third out, of this inning. I'll be right back for the bottom of the second inning as the Hornets come back up to the plate. Back after this on mybasin.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Welcome to the bottom of the second inning here at Henley High School in the second game of the doubleheader between the Hidden Valley Mustangs and the Henley Hornets. Last inning, the Hornets allowed no runs, no hits, had no errors, and there was 1 left on base. Right now up to bat is number 4, the catcher, Belle Birch. First pitch, ball 1. Last game, Birch hit a 2 RBI single in the first inning and was hit by a pitch in the third inning, and then in the fourth inning had a single. This time, strike 1, count 1-1. Strike 2, count 1-2, no outs. Birch hits one hard to shortstop, and an excellent play is made by Mendez. Good hit, better fielding. First out here in the bottom of the second inning. Next up to the plate, number 15, second base, Jillian Vickery. Vickery was unable to get on base last game. She flew out to left field and then had 2 strikeouts. First pitch, ball 1. One ball, no strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Vickery gets set towards the back of the batter's box in an open stance. And that pitch is a little bit inside. Count 2-0. Vickery watches ball 3, a little bit too low. Count 3-0, 3 balls, no strikes. Lesher still in the circle for the Mustangs. Ball 4, take your base, a 4-pitch walk for Jillian Vickery. We're going to have a timeout and conference in the circle. Mustangs talking things over here. Maybe working up a game plan. All right. Short meeting there. Let's play ball. Next up to the plate, number 1, Riley Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth lines up, open stance, and the first pitch almost hits her. Vickery will make it to second on a passed ball there. Now we've got a runner on second base. Hollingsworth can place one well. She could bring in Vickery. Count 1-0. Ball 2, a little bit too high. Hollingsworth, who's usually pitching, is hitting for Lusignan, who's pitching today. Ball 3, count 3-0. That's 7 balls in a row from Lesher. Ball 4, take your base. 2 4-pitch walks in a row from Lesher. Next up to bat, rounding out the lineup in center field is number 14, Callie Grant. Henley dugout letting her know 8 balls in a row. Make it 9, ball 1. Last game, Callie Grant flew out to first base and then was walked twice in a row. A passed ball allows Vickery to get to third and Hollingsworth to get to second. Now we've got runners on second and third. After 10 balls in a row, we're going to talk things over in the circle. No coach will come out. It's just catcher and pitcher here. Both teams have played well so far, although it's really too early to tell. The Hornets winning 1-0 in at bat. 2 runners in scoring position. We're also waiting out there for the players out there at second, I think. They're tying their cleat. Not sure what happened. I really don't know what happened, but we've got coaches on the field for a shoe. Oh, I guess her shoelace broke. Interesting. He's gonna have to play without a shoelace. Okay. A Henley coach now brings out a spare shoelace here for this Mustangs player. Thank you. We're changing her tire here. I don't know the last time I've tied my shoe. You always slip them on and off. They tell you not to do that, but I don't know. It's always such a pain. Tying your shoes and untying your shoes every time you put them on. Take them off. Well, now she's got fresh shoelaces.
Come on, Callie.
Hopefully she'll have some good traction out there. Still at bat is number 14, Callie Grant. The count is still 2-0, 2 balls, no strikes. Runners on second and third now. Let's play ball. Lesher in the circle. And she'll throw the first strike in 10 pitches. Count 2-1 now. And Callie Grant tries to bunt one off, or lay down a bunt, and it'll hit her in the shoe, I believe, in the ankle. Rub some dirt on it, walk it off. Okay, she got hit right on the top of the foot. We're walking things out here. Walk it off. All right. She's ready.
You got it, girl.
Count now, two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Lesher, ball 3 in the dirt, and count runs full. Now, if Lesher walks her, there's a force out on any base. But that would load the bases with only 1 out. Grant hits one hard into center field, and it's off the fence. That'll bring in Vickery and Hollingsworth. And the Hornets extend their lead 3-0. So a 2 RBI double from Callie Grant. Next up to bat at the top of the lineup, number 2, the shortstop, Ollie Birch. Last time up to bat, Birch was walked. First pitch, ball 1. Birch shows bunt, pulls back for strike 1. Count 1-1. Grant still out there on second. Lesher in the circle. Birch in the box. Ball high. Count now 2-1. Birch lays down an excellent bunt. It goes nowhere, and she's able to beat it out and overthrow at first, and Birch is able to get to second. Callie Grant is able to jog in to home, making the score 4-0. Ollie Birch with an RBI double. Next up to the plate, number 6, Hayden Higgins. Higgins was also walked her last time up to bat, but last game she had a ground rule double, a 2 RBI double, and an RBI single. She was 3 for 4 at the plate. First pitch, strike 1. Birch is able to steal third. Count 0-1, 1 out. Birch hits one hard in between first and second base. An RBI single for Hayden Higgins. That'll bat in Ollie Birch, who's scored twice today, making the score 5-0 in favor of Henley. Gonna have a bit of a time. Coach is going to talk to her catcher. This is Bagby talking things out with Coach. I think this is Coach Post. Now Coach Wall gets involved in the conversation. We might be talking about signaling, or it's tough to speculate. All right, here we go. Next up to the plate, number 7, the first baseman, Gracie White. Last time up to the plate, Gracie White hit a ground ball to first base for an unassisted out. This time she'll hit a line drive into center. That ball was on a line. Oh, man, that's tough. So that'll be the second out here in the bottom of the second inning. It's going to be an F8. Next up to the plate, number 10, the right fielder, Laylee Segura. First pitch, strike 1. Higgins still out there on first. Higgins marks the 8th plate appearance for the Hornets. So far, we are one shy now of batting through the entire lineup. Ball in the dirt allows Higgins to get to second. Runner in scoring position now. Count 1-1. Higgins gets set, an open stance. She'll hit one into the gap between right field and center field, bringing in Higgins. Segura jogs over to second, switches places with her, and the Hornets lead 6-0. RBI single for Segura. Next up to the plate, number 18, the third baseman, Michaela Schroeder. Schroeder is the 9th batter this inning for the Hornets. Last inning, she flew out to center field. This time, she'll foul one off for the first strike of this at-bat. Count 0-1. Off-speed pitch for ball 1 in the other batter's box. Count 1-1. No outs, or 2 outs. There should be 2 outs. I'm not sure why. Scoreboard here at Henley says 0. Lesher, off-speed pitch, ball 2. Pitch was awfully close to the zone. Schroeder swing and fouls it off for strike 2. Count 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second base. Schroeder swings at a high pitch and ropes it into left field. Segura able to reach home, standing up. An overthrow at second allows Schroeder to come to third. And a little bit of an extra base there for Schroeder. The Hornets extend their lead, now leading 7-0. Let's see, she had an RBI. We'll call it that, a triple. Next up to the plate, number 4, the catcher, Belle Birch. Earlier this inning, she grounded out to shortstop, First pitch, ball 1. Count 1-0, 2 outs. Schroeder on third base. Ball 2. As I said earlier this inning, she grounded out to third base. Ball 3. Count 3-0. Three balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Schroeder on third. Lesher in the circle. Birch will check her swing for strike 1. Count 3-1. Lesher down the middle, Birch to shortstop, and Birch goes out both times, grounding out to shortstop. We'll be right back with the top of the third inning for more Henley softball at mybasin.com.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Welcome to the top of the third inning. Last inning, the Hornets scored 6 times. They had 5 hits. Hidden Valley had no errors, and there was 1 runner left on base. Now here at the top of the third inning, up the next 3 up to the plate are going to be number 8, Kimbria McDowell, Evelyn Bagby, and number 1, Tani Mendez. In the circle is still Bailey Luzinant for the Hornets. Up to the plate right now is number 8, Kimbria McDowell. First pitch, strike 1. Great pitch to start us off. So far in both of the innings, the Hornets have gone through 4 batters per inning. McDowell in a low stance, she'll get hit and take first base. So McDowell is hit by a pitch. Next up to the plate is going to be number 4, the catcher, Evelyn Bagby. Bagby at the plate right now. Earlier in the game, back in the first inning, she hit a single. Right now she's showing what I think is a bunt. Not sure what that is. First pitch, strike 1. They'll try to get McDowell out at first. A great throw from Birch. Should be 0-1. Was that not a strike? Pretty sure that was count 0-1. McDowell tries to lay down, Bagby tries to lay down a bunt. Birch looks McDowell back to first. No balls, 2 strikes. Count 0-2. Evelyn Bagby showing bunt yet again. Half bunt. This time she'll pull back. A rising ball. Rose a little bit too much from losing Knott. Count 1-2. And strike 3. Bagby swung on that one. A swing and a miss for a strikeout. That'll be losing Knott's second strikeout of the game. Second strikeout in 3 innings. First out of this inning. That'll bring up number 1, the shortstop, Tani Mendez. pitch is fouled off down the first base foul line. Count 0-1, one out, runner on first. Swing and a miss, and a great throw from Belle Birch to get her out at second. Wow. No one was even covering the bag, and Birch threw it where it needed to be. Her sister was able to get under it in time and apply the tag. That was incredible. Count 0-2, two outs. Tani Mendez still at the plate. She'll stay alive. Foul one off near the Henley dugout. Count still 0-2. Ball one, count out 1-0. Mendez hits it hard into left field. Higgins keeps it in front of her and controls the damage a little bit. Mendez is only able to get to first. So a single for Tani Mendez. We'll bring up number 00, pitcher Sam Lesher. So with two outs, runner on first. Sam Lesher up to the plate. Losing not in the dirt for ball one. I apologize for my camera angle. The wind keeps moving it. Oh, ball fouled back for strike one. Count 1-1. Two outs, runner on first. Ball is hit hard over the head of Michaela Schroeder. Higgins fumbles it a little bit, able to get it into Schroeder. And a double for Sam Lesher. A little bit of a two-out rally so far for the Mustangs. They've now got two runners in scoring position. And up to bat is number 5, the third baseman, Kaylin Thompson. Thompson has an excellent opportunity for some RBI right here. First pitch, and she's hit by it. Kaylin Thompson will be sent to first, and that loads the bases for the Mustangs. Two outs, force out on any base. Next up to the plate, number 2, the left fielder, Lily Manderscheid. First pitch, ball in the dirt. Count 1-0. Vanderscheid fouls that one off behind her for strike one, count 1-1. The batter's box. Oh, right down the middle for ball 2. Oh, man. It's awfully close to the zone. I don't know where else it is. The batter's box for the right-handed batters is starting to get a little bit deep there. That pitch is fouled back into the stands. It's raining softballs out here. Count 2-2. 2 outs. Bases loaded. Vanderscheid still at the plate. Drop third strike, and Bell Birch is able to just step on home plate because it's a force out at every base. So that'll end the top of the third inning. The Hornets are able to escape with no runs scored so far. I'll see you in the bottom of the third with the Hornets back up to the plate. For more Henley softball on mybasin.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Welcome back to Henley Softball on mybasin.com. The Hornets lead 7-0. In last inning, they were able to bat through their entire lineup. They were also able to escape last inning with no runs scored despite the bases being loaded. Great pitching from Lusignan and also excellent catching from Bell Birch. Allowed us to get out of that one. And now that'll bring up number 15, the second baseman, Jillian Vickery. First pitch, ball 1. Last inning, Vickery was walked on 4 pitches. This time she'll hit one back up the middle. It's almost snagged by Mendez at shortstop, but it broke through to the outfield, and that's a single for Jillian Vickery. Well, a runner on first for the Hornets, and then I'll bring up number 1, Riley Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth is hitting for Lusignan, who's in the circle for the Hornets today. Last inning, she was walked on 4 pitches. She'll foul that one off for the first strike of this at-bat. Hollingsworth pops that one up just behind first base, and it's dropped by Mendez. Vickery gets to second in time, and that's a base hit for Riley Hollingsworth. Well, we could call that an error, or we could call that a base hit. It was in a tough place. It was in a gap between the infield and the outfield. I'm scoring that as a single. Next up to bat for the Hornets, it's going to be number 3, Devin Lichner. First pitch, strike 1. So no outs. Runners on first and second. Lichner up to bat. Ball 1. Count 1-1. The wind seems to have died down. The sun is out. It's quite pleasant outside now. Lichner pulls back her bunt for ball 2. Count 2-1. Strike 2. Count now 2-2. No outs. Runners on first and second. Lichner chokes up on the bat. Still in a narrow batting stance. And an inside pitch for strike 3. That'll be the first out of this inning, and that'll bring us back to the top of our lineup to number 2, Ollie Birch. And we're going to have someone hitting for her. It's going to be number 9, Chloe Garrett. Chloe Garrett up to bat. Lesher still in the circle for the Mustangs. One out. Runners on first and second base. First pitch, ball 1. Garrett hits that one hard past the shortstop. They're sending Vickery home. Hollingsworth makes it to third. And now we've got runners on the corners. The Hornets lead 8-0, an RBI single for Chloe Garrett. Next up to the plate, number 6, the left fielder, Hayden Higgins. A pass ball, and Hollingsworth makes it home. Score 9-0 now. Count is still 1-0. And Higgins is hit by a pitch. She'll get sent to first. Grant still out there at second. Next up to the plate, number 7, the first baseman, Gracie White. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Gracie White up to the plate. Lesher in the circle. White checks her swing for strike 1. White swings, fouls that one back off behind her, and she finds herself in an 0-2 count. No balls, 2 strikes. She's got to battle back here, put something into play. Oh, and she's hit by a pitch off the top of her head. That will load the bases. 2 batters hit by a pitch in a row. And that will incite a conference in the circle for the Mustangs. Coach is walking out here. See what she does. It'll be interesting to see if they go back to Mendez. Because that's exactly what happened when they played on Tuesday. Is Mendez started things off for the Mustangs, and then Lesher came in after her, and then after Lesher pitched for a while, Mendez came back in to finish things off. Coach with the pep talk here. Get them fired up. Count should still be 0-2, 1 out. Bases are loaded, and Gracie White's up to bat. Gracie White had a home run earlier in this doubleheader in the first game, actually. She had a home run, so this would be an excellent time to do so. Oh. Right. Gracie White was hit by a pitch, excuse me. It's Laylee Segura who's up to bat. She plays right field for the Hornets. Segura hits one softly, and Lesher pitches it to first base, Nabel, for the out. Call that a sacrifice ground ball. It should be 10-0, the score. Runners still on second and third. Next up to the plate, number 18, Michaela Schroeder. And an intentional walk. They decide to put Michaela Schroeder on first base. If you're going to put anyone on first base, Michaela Schroeder is the right person to do so, especially with 2 runners in scoring position. Intentional walk. I don't know if I've ever seen that at this level. Next up to the plate, number 4, the 9th batter batting for the Hornets this inning, Belle Birch. Birch watches ball 1. Just a little bit inside in the dirt. Count 1-0. Birch swings at the right pitch. She'll foul that one off behind the dugout of the Hornets. The Hornets are 5 runs away from walking this off. 2 outs, bases loaded. Birch at the plate. Ball 2. Count should be 2-1. Birch hits one right back up the middle. That'll bring in Hayden Higgins. Incoming is Gracie White, and she's in. Birch makes it to second, and Schroeder scores. Add 3 to the tally for Henley. 3 RBI double for Belle Birch. We're going to put in a pinch runner for Belle Birch. It's going to be Vanessa Calzacorda out there at second now. So after that 3 RBI double from Belle Birch, up to bat now is number 15, Jillian Vickery. And Jillian Vickery also represents the first batter in our second round of the lineup this inning. Okay. We're going to have Syra Hescock in for Jillian Vickery to hit. Hescock represents the game-winning run this inning if the Hornets can score her. First pitch, strike 1. Kyra Hescock at the plate. Ball 1 gets past the catcher, and Calzacorda makes it to third. Count 1-1, 2 outs. Lesher in the circle, Hescock at the plate. Hescock fouls one off for strike 2, count 1-2, 2 outs. Off-speed pitch for ball 2, count 2-2, 2 outs, runner on third. Hornets lead 13-0. Hescock fouls one off into her own dugout. I think it landed into a bucket, and the crowd goes wild. Count stays 2-2, 2 outs. Hescock hits one straight to second base, and that ends the inning. The Hornets lead 13-0. I'll be right back for the top of the 4th inning for more Henley softball on mybasin.com.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Welcome back to Henley Softball on MyBasin.com. The Hornets lead 13-0 here at the top of the fourth inning. The Hornets had another big inning. They scored 7. So they scored 6, I believe. Yes, they did. Scored 6 runs last inning, 6 in the second and 1 in the first. The Mustangs are up to bat here. And I believe it's going to be Maddie Nabel who's up to bat, followed by Leah Mendez and then Harley Hips. Vanessa Calzacorda behind the plate instead of Bella Birch. And we'll see how this goes. Hornets leading 13-0. Maddie Nabel up to the plate. We've also got some other substitutes in here. We've got Kyra Hescock in for Jillian Vickery and Chloe Garrett in for Ollie Birch at shortstop. First pitch, ball 1. Mabel pops one up. Gracie White is there, and she catches it. So White will get the first out of this inning for the Hornets. And down goes Maddie Nabel. An F3 for her. Next up to the plate, number 3, Leah Mendez. Mendez pitched for the Mustangs in the first game. In this game, she's playing second base. First pitch, ball 1. Great catching by Calzacorda. Get that high pitch. Strike 1. Count 1-1, now 1 out. The ball is hit to Michaela Schroeder. So 2 caught foul balls in a row, 1 to Gracie White at first and 1 to Michaela Schroeder at third. Marks the first 2 outs of this inning. 2 up, 2 down so far. Next up to the plate, number 10, the center fielder, Harley Hips. An off-speed pitch from Lusignan for ball 1. Strike 1. Count now 1-1, 2 outs. That pitch is fouled off back behind us into the stands. Count 1-2, 2 outs. And an off-speed pitch gets her to swing for strike 3 to end the inning. A beautiful pitch. Okay, drop third strike. There we go. What a great pitch from Losing Milk. All right, well, that marks the end of the top of the 4th inning. I'll see you in the bottom of the 4th. Be back in a minute on mybasin.com.
At Geno's on East Main Street, we're always ready for sports season.
And now is a perfect time to connect with us.
We're open every morning at 6:30, serving simply good food
for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We offer breakfast burritos and burgers all day, Italian family recipes,
monthly specials, amazing desserts, and of course, your choice of cold or hot beverages.
Call 884-6474 right now to place a food order for pickup or use DoorDash delivery.
Or best of all, come dine in with us.
Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Check out our full menu and all our activities at ilovegenos.com. Geno's on East Main, simply good food.
Welcome to the bottom of the 4th inning on mybasin.com. Batting now is number 1, Riley Hollingsworth. First pitch, strike 1. Hollingsworth swings hard, hits it high into center field, and it's caught. It's caught by Hips with the sun in her eyes. That's going to be the first out of this inning. An F8 for Riley Hollingsworth. Next up to the plate. It's going to be number 3, Devin Lichner. First pitch, ball 1. Count 1-0. Strike 1. She was a little bit behind it. Count 1-1. No outs. A 1 out, excuse me. Ball 2. Count now 2-1, 1 out. Lechner, strike 2. Lesher in the circle for the Mustangs. Lichner in the batter's box for the Hornets. Count runs full, 3-2 off of a pitch that was high and in. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Strike 3 on the outer third of the plate for the second out of this inning. And with that, we'll go back to the top of the lineup for number 9, Chloe Garrett. Garrett came in for Ollie Birch earlier this inning. First pitch, ball 1, just a little bit too high. Ball 2. Count out 2-0. 2 outs. The wind has really died down. My goodness. And a swing for strike 1. Count 2-1. 2 outs. Oh my goodness. Okay. Strike 2. Count 2-2, 2 outs. And that one's hit hard by Chloe Garrett into right field. It's behind Oriana in right field. She's rounding second, going to third. And that's where she'll stay at third base. So a triple for Chloe Garrett. Next up to the plate, number 6, Hayden Higgins. Lesher winds up and delivers a perfect strike right in the zone for strike 1. Count 0-1. We've got a runner on third. Higgins represents the game-winning run this inning. Ball in the dirt for ball 1. Count 1-1, 2 outs. An off-speed pitch for ball 2. Count 2-1. Strike 2. Count 2-2, 2 outs. Ball 3. Count runs full. Callie Grant. No, not Callie Grant. Chloe Garrett out on third. Hayden Higgins in the batter's box. Ball 4, take your base. Runners now on the corners for the Hornets. Next up to the plate, number 7, Gracie White. White was hit by a pitch back in last inning, and then she flew out to center field in the second inning, and then way back in the first inning, she hit a ground ball to first base. So Grace White hits one hard into the gap between left and center field. It drops. Higgins goes to third. The Hornets score another one, and the game-winning run is on third. RBI single for Gracie White. First pitch, too high. Yeah, at the plate right now is number 13, Cozy Venegas. Venegas has a chance to walk this game off If she can place one into the gap somewhere, just poke it a little bit. Instead, she'll hit one hard into right center field, and that'll do it. Higgins scores. A great hit by Cozy Venegas, and that'll end the game. 15-0, the Hornets win in the 4th inning. I'll be back for a quick post-game show, highlight a couple players, and then I'll be out of your hair. See you soon for my post-game show for Henley Softball on mybasin.com.
What are your goals? To get stronger, move better, feel healthier? Whatever you are aiming for, Harbor Isles is here to help you. They have brand new cardio and strength equipment. Harbor Isles offers indoor tennis courts, 4 indoor pickleball courts, energizing group classes, expert personal trainers, and a friendly, knowledgeable staff ready to guide you every step of the way. No matter what your goals are, Harbor Isles has everything you need to reach those goals. Stop by and see the difference for yourself. Harbor Isles, lose those reins and get your gains.
Wait, all I do is wait. So lonely, I just sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Welcome back to Henley Softball on mybasin.com. The Hornets win 15-0 in the 4th inning. So ended a doubleheader. Good battle, fought by both sides. The Hornets won the first one 14-4, and then the second one, like I said, 15-0. I want to highlight a couple players. The winning pitcher today was Bailey Lusignan, and Cozy Venegas was the one to walk it off. Let's see. We had a couple of home runs in the first game. One was hit by Gracie White, and then the other one was hit by Michaela Schroeder. Schroeder had 3 home runs in the 3 games that they played against Hidden Valley. I also want to talk about this series as a whole. So Henley was second in the Skyline Conference before this 3-game series, and then they went over the hill on Tuesday to visit Hidden Valley. We knew it was going to be a tough game, but Henley was able to pull it out, and then they mercy ruled them 14-4 last game at home, and then they were able to do it again 15-0 this game. So the Hornets are undoubtedly leading the Skyline Conference right now. They've got a good spot headed into the playoffs as it stands. I'd like to thank Coach White from Henley and Coach Wall from the Mustangs. And from Walter Hartley here at Henley High School, I'm going to say good night. See you next time.